What's up? Oh,
Hi, it's good to see you.
it's good to see you too. So listen, this film was a trip. And the first question out of the gate, because I know it's going to take you a minute to answer it, is in this film, we're dealing with insect invaders. And in real life, we're dealing with an invader that we can't see called COVID. So would you say that this film kind of straddles the line and has a lot in common with our current state of affairs, dealing with COVID paranoia and government mistrust?
The relevance for me, and I have to tell you, to shoot it during COVID was very interesting because I understood Malik's paranoia. I understood him making sure his kids were sprayed down, that he was sprayed down so that he couldn't get the insect bites and would not be infected. Because I still am constantly washing my hands and wiping down my groceries. So yes, the long-winded answer to that is yes.
That's not a long-winded answer, but I was like, "Ooh, I would love to know what Octavia thinks about this because I know what your thoughts are about COVID and washing your hands and being very vigilant about that." So I wanted to ask you that. And as far as Hattie is concerned, she's supportive, but yet, she kind of shoots straight from the hip. And I already know the answer to this, but how much of you is Hattie and how much of you isn't?
The shoot from the hip is definitely, you know me. I'm a straight shooter. But there's so much more about her that I don't know. Like, I'm not a mom, but I can empathize with that. I have no idea what the prison system and parole system and all that. So all of that I had to learn. I hope that I'm empathetic. But so there's definitely a little of me in Hattie, but how much, is hard for me to say, honestly.
This I did not know about you. I did not know that you were dyslexic.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have to learn your lines for film roles, such as this, where, Hattie has a lot of emotion that's underneath the surface that we see on her face. And you're excellent at conveying that no matter what role that you're doing, but in this role in particular. So I'm just curious, how do you inhabit a character knowing that you have this obstacle that can get in the way of you creating the character and learning your lines and delivering them, as comfortably and as organic as you do?
Well, I start learning lines which is when I say to directors, like, you can't send me those lines the day of or the night before, because I start learning lines like weeks in advance. And I memorize them because I'm auditorily inclined, since, when I read things, it may or may not be, what's on the page. So that's why I spend a lot of time with the dialogue. And learning them. And then after you spend so much time learning the dialogue, you throw it away. You throw it away so that you can exist with the people in the scene.
And I know that Michael Pierce has publicly said that he had you in mind as he was writing this film. And this is not the first time this has happened to you. Guillermo del Toro created the role for you in The Shape of Water. How does that make you feel that people are creating projects with you in mind?
Let me tell you something. We all want to be muses, I now I need a rock star to write a love ballad, R&B, something. Write me a song, guys. Write me a song. No, seriously. It's flattering. It is very humbling too, because once you take that part, you have to live up to whatever the writer director have in their head. So I'm grateful that Michael thought of me, because I really love this role and this woman.
And I'm grateful that whenever I get a chance to talk to you on camera, it's always so much fun. And it's such a pleasure to see you, because this is the only way I've been able to see you for like 2 years.
I know.
But thank you, sis. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.